This man is the most principled hitman in America. He never leaves any witnesses when carrying out a job, even if the target is a parrot. After each mission, he throws away his phone. He also likes talking to himself while eating. That way, no matter what he says, it won't leak any secrets. Even when taking deposits, he has his own unique rules. Half must be paid before the job starts. Then he goes home and slowly tapes the rest together afterward. His life was dull and repetitive like this every single day. Until one day, he ran into a professional con woman. She lit a firecracker in her mouth and casually tossed it into the bushes. The explosion quickly drew the attention of two security guards, and the thief used the chance to ride a bike straight into the museum. Facing a cold museum curator, she used just one move to snatch the most prized artifact, with a replica tossed in for good measure. After a quick disguise, she went to meet with a crime boss. The appraiser examined the piece for 2 hours, and finally confirmed the painting was authentic. When the boss pulled out the promised $1 million, the girl suddenly broke the deal and raised the price to $2 million. The crime boss simply agreed without hesitation. Then the girl changed her mind again and said she wasn't selling. Feeling played, the boss immediately flew into a rage. The girl quickly claimed she was just joking, then flipped the case over and set it on the table. Right in front of the boss, she put the painting back inside. Once it was done, she grabbed the cash and ran. The boss was still mesmerized by the masterpiece, until his men noticed paint on his nose. Furious, the boss called up hitman Jason. As a professional, Jason found the girl easily, but he kept getting shocked while tailing her, because she stole something everywhere she went. Until she finally entered a room, Jason knew it was his chance. Just as he was about to collect his payment, the girl reappeared in stolen clothes. He followed her all the way into the night. There were too many people around to make a move, until he saw her walk into a hotel. He knew his chance had come. He ran to the building across the street and set up his sniper rifle. Just as he was about to pull the trigger, a man walked in and turned off the lights. Bored, Jason could only set up his listening gear and started cleaning his sniper rifle as he listened in. The top assassin was on his way home when he spotted a young woman stranded with a broken-down car, faced with the sexy and pretty girl's request for help. The cold-blooded Jason surprisingly showed warmth and invited her to his home. Alone under dim lights, their chemistry ignited almost instantly. Just as Jason was going all in, a sniper 200 meters away had already locked onto him. At the critical moment, Jason happened to change positions, and the shot ended up hitting the girl instead. Jason quickly rolled under the bed. The sniper immediately lost line of sight. By the time the team burst in, Jason had vanished. That's when the sniper suddenly realized something, but it was already too late.
Fuck.
The two inside still had no idea what had happened. From the moment Jason put on his headset, his battlefield had only just begun. When they noticed the sniper's voice had gone silent on comms, they finally realized the danger they were in. Jason lay naked in the snow. He scanned the area and found no target, so he shot out the light without hesitation. Then switched on the night vision in his scope, but the killer had guessed Jason's plan and quickly threw a flashbang to distract him. The female assassin kept talking on comms. Meanwhile, another teammate had snuck behind Jason. He emptied an entire mag in seconds. Strangely, Jason didn't react at all. Next second, his leg suddenly got hit. Turns out Jason had already changed position. Now only the female assassin hiding inside was left. Jason set up his sniper rifle again. Using just a trace of heat from a breath, he precisely predicted the killer's position. 3 days earlier, Jason received a mission right before retirement. If he completed it, he'd earn $3 million in retirement pay. After glancing at the mission details, he shut his laptop, because he had already built the whole plan in his head. The next day, he disguised himself as a maintenance worker and made loud noise near the target's room on him. Soon enough, the short-tempered target came out. A nearby server rushed over to calm him down. The target walked straight toward Jason, unaware he had stepped right into Jason's trap. Jason took him down with a nail gun, even hit him where it hurt the most. Then, as if expecting the bodyguards, he dropped to the floor and got into position. After finishing off the guards, he entered the room to check for anyone else, but then he saw his own file on the table. He instantly realized it was all a setup by the organization. Jason walked over to the target and snapped a photo, then swapped out the SIM card in his phone. The handler pretended to stay calm, reassured Jason, and immediately sent him the rest of the payment. As soon as the call ended, she ran to the boss in a panic, saying Jason had seen through their trick, but the boss told her to stay calm. He had already sent an elite squad to deal with him. After Jason wiped out the entire squad, he found a tag on one of the bodies. He headed to a bar to meet an old friend he had worked with for years. Though retired, he still had major pull in the assassin world. It didn't take long before he found out where the boss was. Before Jason left, the man gave him a firm handshake. The very next moment, this man is named Mike. He's a top-tier hitman about to retire. In just a few days, the company is supposed to pay out his pension, $8 million and 4 properties. As one of the biggest assassin firms ever, the company has a rule. All employees must retire at the age of 50. Their total pension payout adds up to $29 million. But the contract includes a clause. If these employees die while on a mission, the company becomes the sole beneficiary. To claim that massive pension pool, the boss is willing to kill off every soon-to-retire employee. But Vivian, Mike Sepp's contact, tells him 4 employees have died just this month, and all were linked to a Russian organization. They hired a hitman who recently showed up in Russia. If Mike takes him out, the company will pay him $2 million. But Mike doesn't respond right away. Back home, Vivian calls Mike again. As soon as the job is done, the money hits his account. Mike still doesn't answer. He hangs up and snaps the SIM card in half, then uses a different phone to tell Vivian to upload the intel to the server. After the call, he breaks that SIM too. The boss is pleased, thinking Mike has taken the bait. Meanwhile, Mike uses the intel to find the target's address and routine. He disguises himself as a maintenance worker and enters the hotel where the target is staying. While pretending to fix the door lock, he deliberately makes a loud noise. The man in the next room gets annoyed. He shoves the hotel staff aside and storms over to confront Mike. But in the next second, Mike takes him down effortlessly. Then Mike sees his own photo on the table and realizes this is more complicated than it seemed. Vivian gets furious. She can't believe the boss would send such low-level assassins to take him out. She tells the boss to transfer the remaining $1 million to Mike immediately. But the boss couldn't care less. He sends another elite assassin to track Mike down. A sniper sets up his rifle not far from Mike's home, but Mike had already seen it coming.
Tom's an incredibly skilled hitman. Whenever someone contacts him by phone, he switches out his SIM card every 30 seconds. Tom is retiring in a week. The assassin organization has to pay Tom $10 million in retirement benefits. But the new boss of the organization is a real bastard. He doesn't want to give Tom a single penny. Jack has the contact person assign Tom one last assassination mission. It's a trap aimed at Tom, but Tom is far too capable. He easily kills all the assassins. Tom finds his own identity information in the room. He immediately realizes it's a trap set for him.
Duncan.
The contact person is terrified when he hears what Tom says. He immediately warns Jack not to keep trying to kill Tom, but Jack has already made up his mind. He sends out his most capable assassin. At this point, Tom has already yinju to a remote town. A woman asks Tom for help. Tom knows she's the assassin sent by Jack, but he still takes the woman back home.
Said I'd never fuck anyone ever.